Shut up and refill more popcorn. Shut up and refill more popcorn.
Yeah, the Goot.
Yeah. Then they brought in Bobcat Goldthwait for.
Yeah, they turned him from a bad guy to a good guy, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay. I still remember him. He used to do that TV show where he played a rabbit.
Yeah. Man, that guy.
I think
That character that he created when he blew up, Bob Goldthwait, that because he doesn't talk like that for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got a normal voice and stuff, but it kind of once he hit that high as that character and had such a short life, it kind of killed him as a comic. It kind of he had to kind of
because I think he was doing stand up, right?
Yeah. So when it took him a long time to kind of come back and just do stand up as Bob Goldthwait to get kind of accepted again. Not accepted, but recognized again. Getting that ride.
Kind of shed that like weird,
yeah.
I was talking
to a comic yesterday about that ride, and he was close to that ride, that ride of fame when he got derailed and is on his way, getting back in the game now, 20 years later or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, that ride is a trip, man. From podcasts that I hear and conversations, small conversations I'm starting to have, that ride, that fame ride is a motherfucker, bro. Sounds like it.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, I mean, like I told you last time we talked, I did a little bit of open mics last year, and just with moving back home and the trip going over there for a Tuesday, I'm getting the bug again. Like sometimes, like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and think of something funny that I'm like sitting there trying not to wake everybody up, laughing because and then I got to write it down, or at least keywords that will help me remember how to situate it back to what made me laugh. And I'm getting that bug, and I'm playing with the idea of taking a Wednesday off and just going Tuesday night, staying. You know what I mean? I mean, 2 hours drive ain't bad, but like,
I feel the same way about
like crazy.
I feel the same way about going to Corpus, going to Austin, going to Laredo, because all those are like a 2-hour drive for me too. And it's like I got to and need to and want to go. Houston's like 3.5. Yeah. And it's like, bro, I work a full timer, bro. And
I've met some people that would come from Austin. Yeah. I met a couple people. I don't know. I forget her name. She was an older woman, and
Amy. Amy,
I think so. I think redhead.
Talks like this, glasses.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart.
She's cool.
I just saw her I saw her at Elbow last night. Yeah, today's Wednesday. Yeah, I saw her at Elbow last night. Yeah.
She said she travels all over and like.
Yeah, she's done like 9 or 10 Kill Tonys, and she's starting a mic up there. She's got it up and running. She's up in the Austin area, and so she's getting her shit off the ground, and is getting how the mothership in Austin is like all the shit and Kill Tony. She's got access to get on there and can vouch for people to get them on and shit. So Amy's nuts, but she's a sweetheart.
Yeah. She at the time I've heard conversations, and she seems she knows what she gets it. And I've even played with the idea because that's like a Duck Easy. I still see him on Facebook, and he's got a couple things, and
yeah. I just did a show with I did a show at Reggae Bar here in San Antonio last week. One of Duck's productions. Shout out Duck Easy. Duck Pond Productions.
Duck Pond. Was just playing with the idea of like going over here to Del Rio and talking with different people and seeing if what the scene is over there.
Yeah.
I can get my reps in at the same time. I ain't got to drive too far.
Yeah, because you're not that far. How far are you from Del Rio?
About 30 minutes. I live between Del Rio and Uvalde on 90.
Okay.
The small town of Brackettville.
Somewhere between those two towns, you got to have at least one mic a week, I would think.
or something. Yeah, because
Get a bar somewhere, you know.
yeah, but it's
Start one. If there ain't one, start one.
I've been thinking about it and playing with the idea, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like, when I did do, I was just a newbie. You know what I mean? Like I still, how can it be from a newbie and then be like, hey, you know, let me start an open mic here and like who's gonna show up? It's just gonna be what, one person,
Maybe.
But it's all about networking too. So I'm good at that, So trying to be better so motherfucking podcast get that Joe Rogan money. You know what I mean? But yeah, just so
put the
I
buzz
know.
out, man. I know some comics that like to travel, bro. And so if there's an audience out there, if there's I know people who live. I know a friend of mine who she lives out in Castroville, so she might even be interested in going out there.
Yeah, if
So
they've got
you
one
can be
going
a
on in
nice,
Castroville, I'll make the trip to Castroville.
yeah. So
But yeah,
okay,
it's the
I'll
thing
talk to
about that is
Apple.
like you gotta pay your dues is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I'm
Yep,
still you know
I'm doing the same thing, brother. I'm doing the same fucking thing.
I'm still trying to figure it if I oh man, almost the whole year from being on a mic, bro. And so I know I have to make the trip of at least 2 or 3 more times in a row to get my footing in and feel comfortable. And then you know what? Let's see where maybe throw the idea to Duck Easy. Say if he's I know he's what was the one he did? He does it at the Rocky's Tavern.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's really I've seen his posts on that and I'm like, if I have to be at work on Mondays, you can't take Monday off at my job. It's almost frowned upon. But any other time, like Tuesday through even Fridays, we just fuck around. but but it's just that thing. It's like, do you want it, and what are you willing to sacrifice to follow that?
Yeah.
And
Well, are you on do you have a Facebook? Are you on Facebook?
yeah, Facebook.
Okay. Send me a friend request, and then I'll send you links to certain. Are you into like some of the like San Antonio comedy and South Central Texas comedy groups?
No, I follow. To be honest, I just followed LOL, and I didn't know there were other places in SA. There's one that Cleto had going on. Cleto Rodriguez.
Yeah.
At someplace I forget. It's
giving him the not Chilada. What does he have it at? The Wednesday one that he has. Is that one you're talking about?
Yeah, and other places. I think you said Elbow Room, right?
Yeah, Elbow Room is it's like going to the gym. It is going to the gym. It's a fun place, man. Once you get your feet wet in there and deal with the rowdy bark, sometimes sometimes the crowd can get a little rowdy, but if you can settle them down. God damn it, what's my dog talking about? Once you can settle them down and stuff, yeah, it's a good night. So I had a good night last night. I had a fun night last night.
I think for me, I need to I sent you and you gave me some good pointers on the video of my last open mics of what could work and don't rely on the audience too much and stuff like that. And so I think what I need to do is do a couple practice runs here at the house, get in whatever, the right routine. That way when I do get on stage, it's not like because I do it. I have a tendency to say a lot, especially on the podcast. But it's it's my podcast. But and it's different, when you're in front of people, even for 4 minutes. The adrenaline and the feeling I got after was just like, why didn't I fucking do this sooner? Why did I wait so long from the very first time I did one to coming back? It's just one of those things.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try because I'm trying to develop my own writing process and stuff. So I'm gonna give you the advice that I was given just yesterday that I'm going to try and work on myself. So write it and record it, okay? And if you get a chance to perform it, hold on a minute, my dog's tripping.
She didn't get in your stash, did she?
Nah, he's just got bad allergies and stuff. His skin is fucking with him and shit, so he's rolling around. But yeah, write and record, listen, right, and then if it doesn't feel funny, edit it, record it again. And then when you get on stage, always record yourself. If Get your phone, if not video, at least on your cell phone, on your phone, record yourself and go back and listen for the jokes. Listen to see that if you delivered them the way you intended to. Did they sound on tape like they did in your head when you were preparing for the show? That's part of it.
Yeah.
Listen for your where you're getting feedback. Did I get a laugh at this joke? Did, did this punchline land the way I wanted it? How can I punch this up? And then repeat the process. Rewrite your punch up your stuff from your edits, then perform those edits, listen back, and the ones that are good, you'll notice the feedback. The ones that continue to get no feedback, don't throw it away. Don't throw nothing away. Just set it aside. Yeah, I got to work on that. Maybe life has to happen a little bit more. Maybe I gotta, maybe the punchline's going to come in a different. So let me just put that to the side and work on the stuff that works. And then while you're working on the stuff that works, you're going to get new ideas. And especially in this community, comics will offer to give you advice. And if you're, once you become friend, we just, we help we punch each other's up material all the time. So it's kind of how it is, man. And if I know it's a hell of a haul, man, but Upstage Comedy Lounge has they're getting ready to start another
that's the
workshop.
one. That was the one too. I couldn't remember it. My bad.
So if you can ever get a chance to do the comedy workshop every Tuesday, it's like a 2-hour session. You sit down and you're working on your material every week, and you're getting feedback from working veteran comics, who have either put in 20 plus years in the game or are still actively working. And I'm just kind of a helper with them. So there's definitely opportunities. And if it's I can understand it being a hell of a haul to make, and you got a life and you got a family and you got responsibilities and all that shit. I'm in the same boat. Some of my friends are doing way more than I'm doing, and I'm happy for them, bro. They're doing the stuff they're supposed to be doing. They're hitting the road, getting out of San Antonio, getting to Corpus and Laredo and Del Rio, and then getting out of the state too. So, but bro, you
can't look at someone's success and even feel bitter about it. You want to succeed, but you want others to succeed, and you can't have that on your back. Like I think you and Ben had talked about it too. Is like, yeah, it's more positive vibes towards them, and at the same time, you know what? I'm gonna emulate a little bit what they're doing and see how that does. And you can't just be like, no, that dude's. It's just so negative, bro. Like having that, looking at somebody's success and just being like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's you can't have that negativity. Not only it's not good for yourself, and it's not good like your vibe wise. You know what I mean?
And comedy is
because then you'd be like, I don't want to hang out with that dude. He's negative.
It's competitive in a lot of ways, but it's golf, bro. It's golf. You're competing with other comics for time and money and exposure and booking, and everybody wants to make it. And very, very few of us are going to make it, realistically, but that's not going to stop a lot of us from going after it, because it's the love for it, it's the passion, and it's the way we choose to tell our story and share our philosophy on things, and our way of life and funny outlook on things. So
man, everybody's different. Everybody's got a story.
Everyone's got a story, and how you tell it, there's so many different ways you get to tell it. So many ways to share art.
I think that's one of the things I told JJ Claxton when I did his podcast was like, it's just I'm fascinated with stories.
Yeah.
Like just thinking about like prehistoric days. Everybody was around the campfire, and you know the elder told a story of whatever, and then you get the little kid who's infatuated, like, well, what happened? Well, what happened? To now where it's like visually, you know, movies, TV shows. The season finale for Mandalorian season 3 just ended, and it kind of kept that whole season and story wise. That's been maybe what since the beginning with him and Grogu, Baby Yoda, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And
I'm a couple
and there's more to come.
I'm still a couple episodes behind, so don't spoil it.
Oh, okay. But you know what I mean, like story wise, it's whether it's an audio, you know, or podcast. You even listen to a podcast, you have people talking, interviewing other people, and it's their journey and their, you know, I'm just fascinated by stories, and you know, I'm writing a lot of stuff down, and I need to get into like script writing and like, you know, like, you know, this is movies, this is how it's formatted for scripts, and TV shows formatted different, and like, you know, put in whatever I have on paper on camera. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of creative stuff out there, and I'm just infatuated with like I want to. Oh, I have this idea for whatever. Jack and Joe went up a hill, and boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, it's on a movie. It's hey, Tom Cruise's Jack or whatever. Oh, we glitching
A little bit, but yeah, there's people out here that are trying to do the same thing you're doing, bro. So just about trying to create a network and join it.
Yeah, I really dig those film slams that I did, and just like, man, just realizing, you know, it's never too late to still follow your dream in a way, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely, yeah,
So
absolutely.